When I found Marietta, I didn't just find a place to go to college. I found so much more than that.
I found friends. I found sports.
I found my passion.
I found family.
I found my calling. I found a place to call home. Discover what you can find at Marietta by visiting marietta.edu today.
Coming up today on NewsCenter 15, amazing diving find.
And former U.S. President's website is compromised.
We'll have these stories and more. NewsCenter 15 starts now. Good afternoon and welcome to today's edition of NewsCenter 15. I'm Addison.
And I'm Ray.
Topping our news this afternoon. Only 15% of people 65 and up have gotten a COVID-19 booster, even though they're particularly vulnerable to the virus. The FDA has recommended booster doses for people who are most vulnerable, including that age group, along with people at high risk of severe disease and those who live and work in high-risk environments. The latest booster push comes after the news that former Secretary of State Colin Powell died from COVID-19 complications.
A man diving off the coast of North Israel, not far from his home, recently stumbled onto a 900-year-old sword dated to the time of the Crusades. Shalomi Katzin, a resident of the town of Alit, spotted the sword and other centuries-old artifacts on the seabed off the Carmel coast, where shifting sands had apparently made them suddenly visible.
What's the weather like out there today?
Here to provide our first look at the weather is Addison Painter. Ben Stenson.
How are we doing? Currently outside it's 59, feels like 59. Sunny out though. We're going to have a high of 72, but it's going to dip down to about 37 for your low. Your UV out right now is 3. It's nice and moderate. Air quality's good and pollen's low, so even though it's a little chilly, get outside today. Winds about 3 miles per hour from the south, 64% humidity outside, and sun's going to set around 6:40. It came up about 7:41 this morning, and I'm going to have more for you later with the 5-day forecast.
A hacker appears to have compromised a section of former President Donald Trump's website and replaced it with a slogan and a speech from Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Visitors to Trump's website were greeted to a phrase, "Do not be like those who forgot Allah, so Allah made them forget themselves." The hack wasn't sophisticated enough and didn't access any of the organization's sensitive computer systems.
The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has added one new location to its list of very high-risk travel destinations this week. The ultra-modern city-state of Singapore has moved up from level 3 or high risk for COVID-19 to level 4, the agency's highest risk category. This news comes on the heels of a recent decision by Singapore to further loosen restrictions.
Coming up, massive wedding resort fire and more.
We'll be back after this.
Hey, this is Kevin Love from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right now, many of us feel anxious. Mindfulness can help you ease those feelings. My nonprofit is partnering with Headspace to offer free content to help you stress less. Head to kevinlovefund.org/headspace.
Here's to the straggly ones. The first ones. But hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones, and the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
In California, parents are gathering at the state capitol building in Sacramento to protest a recent vaccine mandate for public school students. While the vaccine has only received federal approval for use in age groups 16 and above, the state of California is mandating that vaccines be required for all school children once it has been approved for their age group. The mandate would be in effect by July of 2022 and would require students to be vaccinated within one semester of their age group's approval.
A scientific tool that belonged to the father of evolution is hitting the auction block December 15th. Christie's Auction House is overseeing the sale of Charles Darwin's gold-type family microscope that's been passed down for nearly 200 years. It is the only Darwin microscope to ever be sold at auction and is one of only 6 that exist. The microscope is estimated to be worth over $483,000 US.
Here in Ohio, Hanover Reserve weddings and events in Butler County went up in flames Sunday night. Attendees of the venue from that night report the propane fireplace exploding when the party attempted to get a fire going. It took a total of 70 firefighters over 5 hours and over 100,000 gallons of water to put out the blaze, and it is continuing to rekindle still. The couple who was initially getting married at the Hanover Reserve before it burst into flames decided to continue with their wedding despite the fire and got married directly outside the venue as it burned.
As it's getting colder, you may want to start thinking about Christmas extra early this year if you're wanting a Christmas tree, as global shortages of Christmas trees are expected this winter. Extreme weather conditions over the growing season have hurt Christmas tree harvest significantly, with some farmers losing upwards of 90% of their crop to events like wildfire and drought. It is predicted that this shortage will lead to supply issues in the artificial tree market as well, with some sellers having already increased prices by 20%.
Coming up next, Joint Chief of Staff tragedy.
We'll also get the latest news from Hollywood.
And what can we expect for our weather? I'll be in with a look at our extended forecast. Stay with us.
Where are we?
We're at Marietta College.
This is where we live at Marietta College.
Colin Powell, former Joint Chiefs Chairman and Secretary of State, has died from COVID-19 complications. In an announcement on social media Monday, the family said Powell had been fully vaccinated. He had also been treated over the past few years for blood cancer. He was 84. Powell was the first African American to serve as chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff and Secretary of State.
Toyota plans to build a $1.29 billion factory in the U.S. to manufacture batteries for gas electric, hybrid, and fully electric vehicles. The move comes amid a flurry of global announcements about shoring up production of batteries for electric vehicles. Most automakers are working to transition away from internal combustion engines to zero-emission battery vehicles. The Toyota plant location wasn't announced, but the company says it eventually will employ 1,750 people. Production would start in 2025, gradually expanding through 2031. The plant is a part of $3.4 billion that Toyota plans to spend in the U.S. on automotive batteries during the next decade.
Almost overnight, Japan has become a stunning and somewhat mysterious coronavirus success story. Daily new COVID-19 cases have plummeted after a mid-August peak that nearly reached 6,000 in Tokyo, with caseloads in the densely populated capital now below 100, an 11-month low. Possible factors include, after a long delay, a remarkable and rapid vaccine campaign and a shared practice, well before the pandemic, of wearing masks. The bars are packed and the trains are crowded, and the mood is celebratory. Today, in entertainment news, the new Batman trailer has been released with Robert Pattinson taking over this legendary character. Here's Ben Stenson with that and more in the Hollywood Minute.
What's going on Hollywood?
Fans are raving about the new trailer for The Batman. Robert Pattinson shows his stuff as the latest actor to don the cape, alongside Zoe Kravitz and Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman, Andy Serkis as Alfred Pennyworth, Jeffrey Wright as James Gordon, and Colin Farrell as Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin. The Batman zooms into theaters March 4th. New music from Earth, Wind & Fire, the iconic R&B group, teamed with Lucky Day on You Want My Love, a re-imaging of their 1975 hit Can't Hide Love. The video just dropped. The song is Earth, Wind & Fire's first to reach Billboard Adult R&B Airplay's top 10 in nearly 30 years. With your Hollywood Minute, I'm Ben Stenson. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks for the look at Hollywood, Ben.
Now it's time to hear the extended forecast. What do you have for us, Ben?
Well, it's going to remain pretty clear today, I believe. Not a lot of rain coming in. It's a little chilly out, so you're going to want your sweatshirts and stuff, but we're going to have a high around 72, like I said earlier. As you can see, there's really nothing coming in, so a couple nice days coming up. Back up here, and you can see our Parkersburg area right here, Marietta. All good weather coming. Might be a little chilly, but should be a good time to go out and have a good week. Go outside, get some fresh air. Here's our 5-day forecast. Maybe. Wednesday, we're going to have another high of 72, low 45, but it's going to be sunny, like I said. Should be fairly good weather all week, just some lower temperatures. Thursday, temperature drops again, 68. Chance of showers, but still pretty good weather out. Friday, it's going to get a little colder. It's going to drop to 59, low 48. And again, chance of showers coming up. This weekend, we're going to have a high of 61, partly cloudy, and a low of 45, so should hold off all the rain. And Sunday, a high of 63 with a low of 43, partly cloudy again. The weekend should look pretty nice and have a good one to go out. Homecoming weekend in Marietta. Go have some fun. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Ben. When we come back, Grant Moore will have the latest from the world of sports.
Stay with us.
James Brown and Bill Cowher welcoming you back to the Midnight Snack Run.
This is one tricky obstacle course.
He's reaching, but he pushes it away. He's approaching a plate of iced cookies. He blows right by him.
Oh, the fridge.
Looks like he's headed for the soda. Wait, he jukes left, grabs the water bottle.
Now he's just got to get out of there.
Look what dropped from the sky.
Don't do it, Dennis. That's the way you execute a Midnight Snack Run.
Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
We are strong, we are resilient, and we will get through this together. But these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid, but there is hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
We've always had villains to face.
Bad guys to take down. But you
are the most horrible of all.
We're not here because we have to be.
We're here because we've had enough of you.
Every single one of us is mortal.
But inside of us, we're all heroes.
So stand up with us.
Stand up to fight.
Stand up to cancer. Visit standuptocancer.org to learn more.
And now we're back with Grant Moore for a look at sports.
Busy week in the world of sports, wasn't it?
You're right, and I have the rundown. College football wrapped up Week 7 this past weekend, and the University of Cincinnati claimed the 2 spot in the AP Top 25 poll. This is the highest non-power conference team, has been ranked since 2010. Cincinnati, being ranked number 2, is also the best ranking in program history. The Bearcats look to continue their run and will be back in action on Saturday, October 23rd against Navy with a noon kickoff. The Cincinnati Bengals traveled up to Detroit to face the Lions this past Sunday. The Bengals earned a 34-11 win and continued their important game this coming weekend. Coach Dan Campbell of the Detroit Lions was disappointed in the results Sunday and said, "When you get whipped like that, that's on me. There's no other way around it. That team is not 30-something points better than us." The Bengals are currently holding the second place spot in the AFC North behind Baltimore Ravens. The Bengals look to tie up the standings when they travel to Baltimore on Sunday, October 24th. In Marietta College sports news, the top 25 rankings came out for men's basketball. Marietta earned the 3rd spot in the rankings behind Yevsey and Randolph-Macon. Coach Vanderwall said, "It's an honor to be ranked number 3 in preseason polls, and it's always nice to be recognized. However, we all know that this ranking means very little. We have a lot improving yet, and it's not where we want to be. But when you finish, this type of ranking only puts a bigger target on your back, and it's going to be extremely important we stay grounded, humble, focused, and determined. This year's Marietta College is facing one of the most challenging schedules they have ever faced. 3 top 25 teams. The team is extremely excited about the potential of this year's season and excited to get their season underway." That's all for now. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Grant. Joining us now at the desk is Ben Stenson for our last look at the weather.
Like we said, just going to be pretty sunny. Chances of showers Thursday and Friday, but cooler temperatures, sunny weather. Get outside.
That's what we like to see. Good weekend for football.
Great weekend for football and homecoming.
That's it for today's broadcast. Thank you for watching. We'll hope you'll join us Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12:30 and 6:30 for WCMO NewsCenter 15 Marietta College Broadcasting. See you next time.
Meet Candace. This senior basketball player loves to spend time hanging out before class with her best friend and education major Shelby. Shelby knows the best place to study is at the Calafia Cafe, where she can compare notes with baseball player Ryan and get a great cup of coffee too. In the off-season, Ryan tries his best when he's shooting hoops with broadcasting major Gage in the Dyson Baudo Recreation Center, home of Fenton Court. Gage, as producer at WCMO 15 News, runs the control room, where he shows the ropes to Mary, a junior volleyball player and advertising and public relations major. Mary loves to spend her free time drawing down at the Herman Fine Arts Center, where her sorority sister Madison majors in studio art. Madison meets up downtown with junior rower Katie. Downtown's where you can get beautiful river views, specialty stores, and the best root beer in Ohio. Katie heads back to campus just in time for a class in the Rickey Science Center with who else but Candace. So take a look around. Here at Marietta College, we're all connected. We are family, and we are all pioneers.
So there you are. It's flu season, and you're over 65 like me. You might be forgetting something serious. Your annual flu shot. The flu can be life-threatening, especially if you have chronic conditions like diabetes and heart disease, which can worsen with the flu. The immune system weakens with age. Ask about a flu vaccine option made specifically for us. Visit ncoa.org/flu to learn more and talk to your doctor about vaccine options for people 65 and older.
My Marietta.
My Marietta.
My Marietta.
My Marietta.
My home away from home.
My stepping stones for the future.